Just back.
All right, welcome back. Guess who's shining on these homies? All right,
and he's starting on a hole.
We're gonna do a fantasy football mock draft. We're gonna go over the first 24 picks. We're gonna trade off picks. We don't know where we're starting yet, so let's deal up a hand of blackjack.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
All
beers
right.
and bets. No better way.
Beers, bets.
Brad, first card's going to you because you're lowest on my screen. You're furthest away from me. You got a
Tails.
7. You got a
All
7,
right.
Brad.
All right. Okay.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, an ace. Started
you're
off.
fucked,
Versatile.
man.
All
You're
right.
fucked.
Brad, going back to you. A 10. So, Brad, you're sitting at 17.
Oh,
Jimmy,
hit
double aces.
blackjack.
I don't know if I'm a good enough dealer
It's
to
Is that
split them.
blackjack?
You're
I
at
don't know
two.
if I can
Hey,
split them.
does that what,
No,
11
he-
plus 11? God, that's a bust.
God, this is
No, it
you.
doesn't have to be a
No,
bust.
it's 11
I
or
know
1.
that. I'm
11 or
saying,
1.
damn
So
it.
you're at 2.
All right, hit, Javi. Come on. I know.
Well,
how-
it's-
God, you guys are
first-
fucking
I've been
blackjack
watching the
noobs.
movie.
First
I've been
it goes-
watching the movie. What are you talking about?
First, it
Apparently
goes
not.
back to Brad. Brad, you're at
He's
17.
at 17. He's
You're
sitting
showing a
there.
10-7.
He's
I'll
gonna-
stay.
Yeah, he
You'll
ain't
stay at
going.
17, yeah,
He
because
lost
Jimmy
the
will blow
last
it.
time.
I'll
You know.
trust the board.
Yeah, Jimmy will
I'll
blow
trust
it.
the blackjack.
Here we
board.
go. Jimmy, you're at 2.
Hit, you fuck.
You want
God
to try to
damn.
say 12? Play it safe?
No, just either way, hit. I'll
All
just I'll tell you what I want.
That makes it a 6.
Or 15.
You could make it into a 15.
Yeah, all right. So I'll hit again. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is where you fuck up.
Nope.
There you go.
Okay. What's 16? Oh fuck! Oh no!
You're fine. You're at 16.
Oh, I'm at 16. Oh,
God
you did.
damn, you guys are bad at math.
I know how to
Just
do. No, I
16.
knew
We're at a
what
16.
happened.
This is a great start to this segment.
I knew what happened.
You're at
That's
a-
my
I'm not sure
point.
you want
I'm like,
our
Dude,
advice.
fuck.
No, but you're at a 16 to Brad's
He's
17.
at a 17. I gotta
So
hit.
you gotta
because
hit.
He's
Hey,
I'm
You gotta
fucked.
hit. Moment of truth.
Oh, fuck
Oh, Brad gets the first pick.
you. All right, good. Take him. I
2021
don't want him.
mock draft.
I'm
That's some
happy
bullshit.
with it,
We go.
honestly. I'm happy
All
with
right.
that.
I played that the
All
best
right.
way.
First
we go.
overall,
Brad, what do you got?
I'm taking Mr. Derrick Henry, Tennessee
All
Titans.
right. I like the boldness.
I mean, 2,000 rushing yards, 17 TDs, played the full season. I don't see him slowing down. He's
I
a
hope
special kind of beast.
Yeah.
Yep. Barring injury, he really won't slow down.
I can hope.
Well, especially when you add Julio on the
Yeah.
outside. I mean,
Yeah.
That can only help.
how can you cheat on him anymore? It's like people are starting to respect Tannehill. You already had AJ. Now you got Julio. Eesh. That Tennessee team's no fun to deal with.
Yeah, I like the boldness of it. It probably, if it was me in that position, I wouldn't have made the same pick just on likeliness.
And this is standard, right? Just to
I mean, he's proven. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
picking this
all
as
right.
standard, non-PPR. This is standard fantasy.
Okay.
Derrick Henry's shown us that he can be number one in this category over the last 2 years. Barring injury or some kind of setback, there's no reason to think he can't do it again. All right, Jimmy, second pick. Who you taking that's left on the board here?
Oh man, that sucks.
We're gonna take a
Did I
little
steal your
quiz.
guy?
Jimmy,
Did
we're
I
just gonna
steal
take a
your
little
guy
quiz.
that won?
I'm gonna look
Did
quick.
I think you did?
Or did you think I was going to bounce him and you were going to
I
take
thought
me too?
you'd say something douchey. So
You don't like Dalvin or
I mean, I like
He's still
Dalvin a
sore about
lot.
losing blackjack.
I just don't know how to count. That's what I'm sore. I'm pissed at my 7th or 6th grade or 5th grade. What? First grade.
Anyways,
teacher.
moving on. Stuttering Jimmy over here.
I'd go with fuck. That's such a toss up with these running backs. So this one is gonna make it fun. I'd go with Kamara.
Kamara too?
Yeah.
Just person you trust most? You
Yeah, I mean, last year he won it. I like the ability for him to catch passes and stuff like that. And
21 touchdowns. Yeah.
touchdowns or
Sixth
whatever.
word game, so that's a little
Right.
bit inflated.
But still, even at 15, that's
15
impressive.
touchdowns.
You know,
Is that
So
bad?
21,
But yeah, I don't know. It's at
I
that
like
point.
it. I mean, with Jameis on the squad, I like him a lot more than I'd like him if Taysom Hill is
Yeah,
the court starter.
sure.
You know, so I
and I'm really worried about Dalvin Cook getting hurt. I really am. I've said
Right.
that before in the podcast. And with the way they use Madison in the passing game, I think that can affect his numbers. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
I mean,
man.
Jameis is willing. I mean, I spent multiple years of my life watching Jameis. He is willing to check it down to the running back
exactly.
when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Or if the play calls for it, he'll get it to
man.
him.
And if play breaks down, he's an old a veteran.
All that.
Checks it down.
Yeah. I just feel like all that talk. Go ahead, Brad.
It does make you think if he put up those, I mean, because we're talking 932 on the ground, 756 receiving for those 21 touchdowns. And that was with a complete kind of clusterfuck at quarterback. I mean, Drew Brees was not Drew Brees. Taysom Hill, who's still built like a special teamer back there. I mean, so if he did that last year.
Yeah. If you think about it in terms, you would think it would help Kamara because Jameis's abilities would push the defense back a little bit, force him to get back on the deep balls a little bit more often,
right,
and leave more room underneath.
And
for him.
With linebackers, he should be able to cook. Man.
Exactly. I mean, but could you imagine if Taysom was the starter? Kamara, I wouldn't touch him until like 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah,
just because he's Kamara. But with Jameis, it's exciting.
Yeah,
glad they picked Jameis.
So I like how we're going way off base of some of the rankings I've looked at because we got Derrick Henry number 1,
I agree.
Kamara number 2. I got to go chalkier number 3, guys. I'm going to take McCaffrey.
Yeah,
because I know he's going to get the ball a shit ton.
Mo's going to like that pick.
The touchdowns. He's going to score most of the touchdowns for that team. He could end up scoring 15 or more touchdowns. So
shout out to our boy Mo Caffrey too.
I feel like I was put in a choice. Like I didn't really have an option 2. I could go out on a limb and pick Dalvin, but the injury history of Dalvin is even worse than McCaffrey. So why not?
Well, and who even has more upside? Between the two, does McCaffrey or Dalvin?
I would say McCaffrey.
I'd probably think McCaffrey. So,
and what do they look like? I mean,
McCaffrey had 6 touchdowns in 3 games last year.
Yeah,
he played 3 games, but he had 6 touchdowns.
He was a monster the year
with
before
nobody
as
too,
well,
with no quarterback, man. So
it's just
yeah. I'm hesitant.
It's a no-brainer.
I'm hesitant in my faith in the Panthers offense as a whole.
That's what I was know
how good they're going to be. Yeah. I mean, I had a fantasy draft over the weekend. I had the first pick. Luckily, I took McCaffrey because I just figured he had the most potential.
Yeah. PPR.
Just sheer volume.
This was a PPR league.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to get like 5 catches a game. So that's 5 free points pretty much. So,
yeah.
But so Jimmy, back to you, 4th pick.
Does it go? All right.
It would be snake.
It would be you, right?
We're not doing this in a snake draft because it really isn't that type of thing. Yeah.
Right on.
So it just goes right back to you, Jimmy.
Well, all right. If I can go running back again, and this one's actually really easy. If we were doing 3-man, Nick Chubb, without more being said, that O-line. Just there, I think Baker took a huge step, as I said in our last podcast. So I think Nick Chubb definitely is. That's a guy I would take at that spot.
I don't mind it because I think he's my favorite running back in football. I think he's the best pure running back
in football. I agree with that, man. I've looked some
the fantasy. Scouting report on that is though Kareem Hunt is also one of the best running backs in football, and he's right there behind him. And he is, but he does come in the red zone sometimes.
He can just be the battering ram. He can be the battering ram, but I think that just the more Chubb, this could be his year to really kind of break out and say, man, I don't need a goal line back. I'm a 3-down back, and the Browns are ready to win.
We had 4.
The Browns, that
division. We're at 4.
I mean, honestly,
and if you could get him
hurt last year too,
exactly,
and you're talking about 1,000 yards in 12 games, 12 touchdowns. So I really, since like Cleveland could probably have, I mean, Chubb could be a top 5 back, and I mean, you could have 2 backs in the top
He had
20.
1,500 yards.
I think it'd be
last year, man.
sustainable.
I mean, yeah.
Chubb.
Yeah.
Or no, this is the projected. All right, there. My
okay.
bad. You're on the main one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he was on a tear
either
before
way,
he
though,
got
over
hurt.
1,000
He was really
yards.
on a tear before he got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
No,
clicking off some big games.
And he's a big, powerful back that can also break a 70-yard touchdown.
Right. He'll burn people, and you're like, how
Yeah.
the fuck did that happen,
So-
man? So, yeah, that would be 4th pick. And if you can get him in a 4th in a standard league, I think that's a really good take, man. I think that's a good option.
I like this because you guys are throwing out some picks that, aren't according to
Right. We're not going
what
chalk at
standard
all.
rankings are seen. So, yeah, Brad, so far, just a quick rundown. You took Derrick Henry number 1. Jimmy took Kamara number 3. I was left with McCaffrey at 3. I
Jimmy
said
at
that
2.
a little bit wrong.
Kamara 2. We're good.
Yeah, Jimmy took Kamara at 2. I took McCaffrey at 3. And Jimmy took Nick Chubb at number 4.
Yep.
This is when it's going to get fun.
I have an idea where you're going here, Brad. But
this is when it gets fun, though, guys.
You want to call it for me, Matt? Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be Dalvin Cook, man.
Yeah.
Got to be Dalvin
Cook. I mean,
you might have taken him number 1 if you had.
I really think. I mean, there's only one person that's a legit threat to Derrick Henry for most rushing yards, and it's Dalvin Cook. In that offense, he's the only guy getting close to 300 carries in a year. I mean, it comes down to health, but if at number 5, you're going to be Dalvin Cook, you tell me I have Dalvin and Derrick Henry to start?
Oh,
yeah,
no, I was giving
that
to number 1 overall.
No, that he's the best threat to challenge Henry.
He is, man.
You know what I mean? Just on sheer volume. And, I mean, 17 touchdowns. That's a big number. And nobody's taking his carries at the goal line outside of like a random trick play they run.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep it bold here. I'm going to go Antonio Gibson. I'm going way down the board.
Pick. Fuck
upside.
I don't Zeke enough to really take him here. And I just think Antonio Gibson, like there's nobody that really questions who the guy is. Saquon didn't. It would have been Zeke or Antonio Gibson.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in a little bit of Aaron Jones, who I also think just doesn't have as much upside because when you get inside the 10, Aaron Rodgers will be the guy to throw it. Yeah. Even from the 2-yard line, Rodgers will call an audible and throw it in.
I like that pick a lot. Dude.
So I'm going to go Antonio Gibson. I just think he is absolutely the guy in that offense. And he showed enough last year for me to, take a chance on.
I like it a lot, man. That
talking about dude, 14 games. He didn't play a full season.
That's a dude that I think is gonna, man. It pisses me off, fellas. Because the fact, this conversation happens before our league draft. I hate to know that Matt is high on fucking.
Yeah, but unfortunately, all these guys are going to be first rounders probably, and
I know
so much
man.
of the draft is out of our hands. But
I know
it will be interesting if 2 of us are back to back, because we're gonna have a very
right.
I actually got the list in front of me too, so I could take advantage of that.
Why do you think I'm saying all these things I don't believe in, man?
Yeah.
This is all radio.
The Kamara was all just slander.
Oh, yeah, right. Dude. It's all just to get viewers, man.
Okay. Who we got?
Jimmy, throw me some more bullshit. This is pick number 7.
7. All right.
All running backs still. I don't know how long it'll stay that way.
So far, I'm looking at Kamara and Chubb, right?
Yeah, you've picked Kamara and
I think it'd be easy. Then you go Devontae Adams and you don't think twice about it, man. I think this year A-Rod's going to have maybe his best season of all time. I think he's going to come and kind of laugh at the idea that you guys thought I was done. He thought I was going somewhere. I think he's going to shred this year. And I think just like last year, if you had Devontae Adams, you probably won your league if it was PPR, and it'll be a repeat of that this year. I think he's going to kill it, man.
Yeah. I think he had 18 touchdowns last year. could be
Yeah, we
wrong.
talked about it. It might have been
Yeah.
16.
It was
or
some
17.
crazy number.
Well, you got to remember too, he was hurt for 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in
he didn't even get
14
to
Oh,
play.
maybe we projected it to being 18.
Right.
That's what
But
it was.
In
Yeah.
14 games, 115 catches, 1,370 yards, 18 TDs.
And if you
I
can
mean,
tell
that's
me,
18 TDs. That right
Yeah.
there. And you know it's not going to drop.
It's a pick that is like it's a sure thing. It really is.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna score at least 12 touchdowns.
even in
Anywhere
standard,
from 12 to 18
dude,
touchdowns.
in a
is
standard league, once the top running backs go, if you can get him, I think at like 7 or wherever I'm at, you know, right around.
Yeah.
It's not a bad pick, I don't think. At all.
I
It's
agree.
a safe pick that'll win
I
you
have
weeks.
him in the keeper
Yeah.
league, and he's one of those
Yeah.
where it's not a Tyreek that's highs and lows. I mean, you're getting a minimum of 12
Consistent.
points a week, you know,
Standard, no PPR
right.
every
Standard.
week. You're gonna
I
get
mean,
your
minimum 10 a week.
If he doesn't get
you
a
know,
touchdown, he's gonna get 100.
he's popping 100,
So,
you know,
Yeah.
so
All right. That's the first wide receiver off the board.
I agree. I
Brad.
think he's the clear cut number 1 in my
Yeah.
book.
In wide receivers, I think he definitely is. Brad, pick number 8.
Oh,
Back-to-back Packers. We got Aaron Jones on the board. We got
That's
Zeke
who I
on the
was-
board. We
yeah, I
got
like Aaron Jones.
Saquon, if you want to take a risk.
I really like Aaron Jones.
That's
I'll
the
be very,
beneficiary.
very content with my 3 backs of Derrick Henry, Dalvin, and Aaron Jones. You know, them losing Jamal Williams to the Lions, I think, is big. You know, he was already their best runner. Now his backup is a younger, bigger guy, but he's still their most capable pass catching back. So even if maybe he's at 11 touchdowns in 14 games. Let's say he only gets 9 touchdowns, but his receiving yards increased by a couple hundred. You know, you're not looking at much of a change. It's pretty good value there in a standard league.
All right. Pick number 8, Aaron Jones. That's back-to-back Green Bay Packers. Pick number 9. I got to go Zeke. I got to go Zeke just because it's
Yeah.
going to be volume, dude. It's a volume pick. He's going to get the ball a ton. It's a high-scoring offense. As far as we can tell from last year, it's a shitty defense, so they're going to have to score a bunch to keep up. I can't complain getting Zeke with the 9th pick. I know he didn't show a lot last year. But if we expect any sort of a resurgence, this is really late to be getting an Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we're doing this as we're each getting 3, you know, so we're each getting a bunch of picks, but we're getting only 3 people in the league. We're getting guys at
Right, but you're hype.
Yeah, but we're not. I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily like compare how all the guys we get stack up. It's more like where you would take who
Right,
you would
and
take
why.
Who do you value the most?
Value. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it is telling though that Zeke's at 9.
Yeah, because you're not going to get. I mean, if you get him at 9 in a standard league,
You know,
you're in a league with.
now the craziest.
You would
thing-
take your pick in a second, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh hell
Zeke
yeah.
was-
You would.
You were-
I think you would for
Yeah.
sure at
Yeah.
9. But honestly, I can't disagree with any of the picks in front of that pick, even though.
No, that's what I mean.
I
yeah.
mean, some of you guys
Where
might
we're
have taken
stacking
Aaron
up.
Jones, I would make
some
an
of you guys might
argument
have
for.
taken Zeke over Aaron Jones. I just look at like Aaron Jones had way less receptions. Zeke had like 52, and Aaron Jones had more receiving yards. It's just
Yeah.
one. It's
You got the better quarterback. you
Yeah.
know.
But then again, Dak was setting the world on fire through 4 weeks.
He
before
was, man. Then his foot went.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
on
you
pace
also
for
got to
over
factor that in
7,000
for
yards.
And hey, on
you
a
know?
side note, can we talk about fantasy kickers just for a sec? Because you should get points for that kick that motherfucker Zerline
Zerline,
had.
the onside kick points.
Oh,
Makes
special
that
teams
scoring.
points,
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be cool, man. Because
Take it up with Yahoo.
yeah, I know. I've talked to Yahoo actually. He's a really nice guy.
You know how many were successful after
he's gonna
that one?
he's gonna email me. he's
Oh,
gonna
none.
email me an update.
All
right,
got
guys.
his personal email.
Guys, we're at 9 picks out of 24. We're
Right
going to
on.
take a quick break, and then Jimmy, we're going to start back at you with the 10th pick.
Right on. Let's do it.